Have you been praying about your future, and it feels like God has gone completely silent? You're asking, seeking, knocking, and hearing nothing. You're fasting, journaling, whispering desperate prayers at night, and still, heaven feels closed. Meanwhile, everyone else seems to be getting direction, engagement rings, job offers, clarity, and you're standing in the fog. It almost feels personal. Like maybe you missed something, like maybe he's disappointed. Irme genti, you are not crazy for feeling this way. Silence can feel like abandonment. But what if I told you his silence isn't what you think it is? There are 3 powerful reasons God goes quiet. And the third one is going to change everything you thought about this season. Let's be honest. It hurts. You feel forgotten, unheard, maybe even invisible. And somewhere in the quiet, a whisper tries to convince you that this silence is punishment. Maybe God is disappointed. Maybe you did something wrong. But listen to me carefully. Feeling this way does not make you weak in faith. It makes you human. Even David cried out in Psalm 32:1, "How long, Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me?" If David could say that, then you're allowed to feel it too. God's silence is not his anger. It is not rejection. It is not punishment. It is a process. And there is something happening behind the scenes that you cannot yet see. Let me show you what's really going on in the silence. Reason number 1. God withholds information you're not ready to handle yet. Jesus said in John 16:12, "I have much more to say to you, more than you can now bear." Even Jesus held back the truth when hearts weren't prepared. That means silence is not cruelty, it's wisdom. Think about it. If God showed you the full blueprint of your future 5 years ago, would you have had the maturity to steward it? If he revealed the name of your spouse too early, would you have forced something before either of you were healed? Premature revelation leads to premature action, and premature action leads to unnecessary pain. You want control, but he wants to surrender. You want answers? He wants trust. His silence is not rejection. It is protection. He loves you too much to give you what you'd misuse or lose. But that's not the only reason. There's something even deeper happening. Reason number 2. God is building your faith muscle, not your comfort zone. Hebrews 11:1 says, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for, and assurance about what we do not see." Faith only functions when sight fails. It grows in the unseen. You've been asking God to make the road clearer, easier, softer, but he's building character, not convenience. Think of a gym. Muscles don't grow without resistance. The weight is what strengthens you. In the same way, the uncertainty you're carrying right now is not cruelty. It's conditioning. He is placing you in moments where you must trust without evidence, obey without guarantees, walk without a map. Comfort would keep you weak. Answers would keep you dependent on outcomes. But faith makes you unshakable. And what's ahead in your life requires a level of strength you do not see in yourself. And here's where it gets really powerful. The third reason might be the most important one of all. Reason number 3. And this is the most powerful one. God is protecting you from premature exposure. Isaiah 49:2 says, "In the shadow of his hand he hid me. He made me into a polished arrow and concealed me in his quiver." God does not hide what he plans to discard. He hides what he intends to reveal. You call it being overlooked. He calls it being concealed. Joseph was hidden in prison before the palace. David was hidden in the wilderness before the throne. Even Jesus was hidden for 30 years, before 3 years of ministry changed the world forever. Hidden is not forgotten. Delayed is not denied. Buried is not abandoned. It is planted. Premature visibility can destroy what isn't fully formed. The world isn't ready for what God is building in you. And honestly, you're not fully ready either. So, if God has been quiet about your future, let me tell you what he's actually doing. While God's been quiet about your future, let me tell you what he's been loud about. What he's building in you. 1 Peter 5:10 says that after you have suffered a little while, he himself will restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast. You are not sitting in a waiting room. You are standing in a workshop. You've been asking for quick answers. He's been crafting lasting transformation. You wanted a roadmap. He's designing resilience. You've been praying for clarity about where you're going. He's been shaping who you are becoming. His silence is not empty. It is active. It is intentional. While you've been asking for information about your future, He's been forming something eternal inside of you. Let me show you 3 specific things God is constructing in this silence. The first one is the foundation of everything. Number 1, He's building a character that can carry the calling. James 1:4 says, "Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." God isn't just planning your destiny. He's preparing you to sustain it. Success without depth collapses. A platform without foundation cracks under pressure. You've been praying for visibility. He's been cultivating integrity. You want the breakthrough to come fast. He wants the impact to last forever, because if the blessing arrives before the backbone, you'll lose what you prayed for. He's strengthening your inner life, so your outer life won't destroy you. But there's something even more intimate He's building. Number 2, He's building intimacy that can't be shaken. Hosea 2:14 says, "I will lead her into the wilderness and speak tenderly to her." The wilderness isn't where God abandons you, it's where He draws you close. In the noise, you hear His instructions. In the silence, you hear His heartbeat. You've been asking for updates about your future. He's inviting you into a deeper relationship. This was never meant to be transactional. Prayers exchanged for plans. It was always relational. Knowing about God is different from knowing God. And in this quiet season, He is not withholding answers. He is offering Himself. And here's what this all means for you right now. Let me tell you who you really are. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are not behind schedule. You are right on time in heaven's calendar. You are not being passed over. You are being prepared. Jeremiah 29:11 declares that God knows the plans He has for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. That promise did not expire in the silence. The quiet does not cancel the calling. One day soon, you will look back on this season and see it clearly. The closed doors, the unanswered prayers, the waiting, they were all shaping you. You are not in a delay. You are in a divine setup. And what God is preparing will be worth every single silent moment. You're not being sidelined. You're being sharpened. You're not being ignored. You're being refined. And the version of you that's emerging from this season will carry a weight of glory you could uneven imagine yet. If you're choosing to trust God, even in the silence, I want you to type, "I trust you, Lord," in the comments right now. Let this be your declaration. Let it be your stand. Proverbs 3:5-6 tells us to trust in the Lord with all our heart and lean not on our own understanding. In all our ways, acknowledge Him, and He will make our path straight. You are not walking this road alone. Subscribe and join this family. Let's believe together. Let's stand together. May the Lord give you peace in the waiting. May He give you clarity in the quiet and confidence in His timing. You are loved. You are seen. You are held, and you are right on schedule. Amen.